Hello everyone, again, I am going to try again. This is Rex Red and I am here with EZ3DTV. And what we're going to talk today about is flourishes. And if you don't know what a flourish is, it's a kind of curly Q thing. And we are this is something you want to check out because if you find you're interested, I would rush right over and buy this. It's a product in the Daz store, and it is called Ron's Flourishes, okay? And these are some of the nicest flourishes I have ever seen. And we're going to take a look at some of them. This is a product, and what you want to do is search in the Daz store for something called Ron's Flourishes, okay? R-O-N''S, Flourishes. And these are them. And we click on it again, and it should make this a little bigger, maybe. No, that's as big as we get to see. But as you can see, these flourishes are just like curly cues. Okay, they're like really ornate little design patterns. And there's pretty much a flourish for just about everything you could want for a flourish. It's just a really nice variety of them. It's 3 pages of them, but you know, I think when you add them up, it's like over 100 of them. Okay. And so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what you can do with these flourishes. Gold layer style, some of these. So there are some interesting other things you can do with them that maybe I haven't even experimented with. Okay, so we have the ABR plus. It says Photoshop layer styles, okay? So this isn't something I haven't worked with yet. These are .asl files. Those are going to be in, and so you can bring these up and do some really interesting stuff with these flourishes. Now, there is another option on the internet. It's called, where you can go to Brush Easy, I guess. It's and when you go to, and you can see some of these are pretty nice, but I don't really think these are as nice as Ron's brushes. And I'm only seeing a few flourishes here for sale. Like this one, you're gonna end up paying like a lot of money. This is the only one that kind of looks like traditional flourishes. These do sorta. And when you come here, you click on this. These are swirls and flourishes. And it says free download. So I guess this one is free. So you could just download this, add this to your, and then it says something about lights. Hi, Pat. Welcome. You are just in time. This is going to be, I think, one of my more interesting tutorials. My suggestion, Pat, is go right now, write this as quick as you can to the Daz store and purchase this product. It's 80% off. It's not even $5 with the tax, okay? And what this is their flourishes, and I'm going to show you. I don't know how long this sale is going to last because I bought mine yesterday. And these are the most beautiful flourishes you will probably ever see. And I'm sure you're familiar with Ron, possibly that you're familiar with Ron's brushes. So these flourishes, Ron is like, you know, out of this world artist for making brushes. And this is the only place I know where you can purchase this product. And it says artist, excuse me, Divini. So I'm not sure what the thing, whether if it's Ron Divini or or what is the person's name. But this will give you just about every style of flourish that you can, and I'm going to show you how to use these, how to install them, okay? And let me know when you purchase this, because it's important to have these in your arsenal of artwork, okay? And what a flourish does is, supposing you want to, excuse me, supposing you have like an old-fashioned picture or something, and you want to just add some decorative things around it. Well, you can go to YouTube, you can go to Google and steal them, and because those images that you find in the Google search, if you look up flourish, they're all copywritten. And so if you put them in your art, you don't really own them. Now, at this swirls and brushes, these are kind of nice. I don't think... yeah, I don't know if Photoshop brushes will work with GIMP. Yeah, so I'm not sure that you'd have to find out if GIMP uses Photoshop brushes. So, because you might be able to load them in, or you might be able to convert them into the GIMP style. I'm not sure. So I would look into it. The thing is right now these are on a sale that is major. And the thing is that I believe you can get like Photoshop, I think for $10 a month. If you don't work with video, and you just want one Adobe program, you can get Photoshop for like on subscription, and you can get it for $10 a month, and then you can talk with them and say, I hardly use it at all, and I might need to cancel. And yes, I am back again, Angus. So this is an interesting, I'm excited about this topic, about flourishes, okay? So, I would just pick this up anyway, so that if you ever do start using Photoshop, then you have these brushes, okay? And they're very important. These flourishes, wait until you see how this all works, okay? So what you do is you purchase this, okay? And once you purchase it, you go into your account, and you're going to see that you can install it through the install manager. And I would recommend, it says manual install, okay? So I would use the manual install, and what you do is you download a zip file, and you open the zip file, and you Control-C in Windows, you select all the stuff inside of it, you Control-C, and then you go to where on your computer your Adobe programs live, whether if it's on your C drive in program files, you'll see Adobe there. You go into there and you'll see whatever Adobe programs you have, and then you would go to like the Photoshop version that you use the most, whether if it's 2023, I use the 2024 version of Photoshop. So you open that up, and then you go into presets, and then you go to brushes, and this is where you put your brushes. And the thing, so I have all these blossoms and vines. I have fall brushes, impressionist brushes, legacy, mega pack, magic effects brushes, radiance brushes, runny inkers, sci-tech overlay, splatter brushes, watercolor. Most of these are all Ron's brushes, and then you go into here, and then all of these in these folders, all the way down to steam and smoke, winter collection, waterfalls, water wings. So these wings are beautiful. I think I have some angel ones. Yeah. Flourishes. So this is a place where you can buy. Now it says Photoshop 7. Now it also on this website, this Brush Easy website, it does have GIMP format brushes. So what I'm thinking is there may be a way to take a Photoshop brush file and convert it to GIMP. There may be a converter out there that converts these, I guess I'm not sure, they're, whatever they are, they're a certain kind of brush file, okay? It's like it's called ABR, .abr file. These are so it might convert these ABR files to the GIMP file, whatever it is. So, all right, now this is a total of 389 brushes for $4.39. So, like I said, you take this .abr file that comes in the zip file, and you put it into your anywhere inside of this. You go Photoshop, whatever Photoshop, then presets, then brushes. Okay, go into, and you can put it anywhere inside of here. So go here to get this. Okay, this is an 80. I'm here to tell. I'm so glad you guys are all here. Okay, get this, buy this. Okay, believe me, someday you will thank me for having you, because I own like almost every Ron's brush that he's ever made. This one, and it's like last night I said, I need Flourishes. I don't want to pay for another subscription to brushes. It's like license info. I'm going to show you how you use them, okay? And this is going to be a fun tutorial, Ted. I hope you got time to hang out. So I would say buy this now, okay? Because I don't know how long this is going to end. Regularly, it's $21, and a lot of times it's not on sale at all. It's just $21. Okay, so this is under $5. Okay, I'll just show you, give you a basic idea, all right, of how you use them. Okay, I just wanted to show you how to give you some background on how to install them. Now, if you have problems installing these brushes, there are many videos on YouTube that teach you how to install Photoshop brushes, okay, and how to get them to show up in Photoshop. So when you're in Photoshop, if you don't have this little paintbrush thing that says brushes, you go to Window, and you'll see it here where it says brushes, and you click that, and it will take you into your brushes thing. Now, these flourishes won't, if you put that ABR file into your brushes things, it still won't show in this list. This live talk that comes at the right time. I need my cup of tea. All right, Habib. Now I want a cup of tea. All right, so what you do is you get this menu. You see this brushes menu to show up, okay? Then you click on this little hamburger icon, and if you have put that ABR file in your brushes thing, you should see it listed here. Now, you can see I have a ton of these. I normally have them all loaded in here. So I have Frost, I have Light and Shadows, I have Magical Snow, and this one here, Angel. So these brushes are amazing. Okay, now you might say, how do you use them in Photoshop? Well, there's two ways to use them in Photoshop. One of them is there's two ways to use them in Daz Studio. One of them is to use them post, is like you render your picture and then you put them on top of it, like you put some steam or smoke or snow or rain or snowflakes or little hearts floating around. There are just so many waterfalls. You can just put a waterfall right in your scene after you've rendered it. Or what you can do is you can make So I'll go into some of these other brushes, okay? But what we're going to do is I'm going to go, because flourishes are kind of really important to me, okay? Now, so what you do is once you click on that in the list, you go to this hamburger and you should see the flourishes pack, okay? These are packs. They're all packs. So each one of these is full of like 100 to 300, maybe even more, 500 brushes, okay? And so when I clicked on the Ron's flourishes here, this appeared in here. And now I have this list, and so what I'm going to do is unlock this background layer, and we have it selected. So I'm just going to pick one, okay? And now make sure I have a black. Now the thing is, it's too big to see it. So what I have to do is make it a little smaller. Now this is a flourish, okay? So what I'm going to do is I can just put this in the scene. Now say I don't want it quite like that. So I go here to this brush settings, and I can make it squeeze it, and I can also change its angle. So then you just snap, and there you go. And say, okay, I'd like to have this over here too, like up in this corner. And you see, and so it's a way, like if you make YouTube videos or anything like that, and you want to have something nice on the preview picture, or if you have something that you want to accentuate, even some words that you want to put in here, like it's time for some tea. Okay? This is how you decorate your pages, and these flourishes. And what's so nice about it, we'll go ZZ, is like this is another one here. So we bring this, I don't know why they're so large, but this is a kind of simple one. Okay, so or if I drag, look what happens. I can paint with them. It's a brush. Okay, so if this was a snowflake one, I could be putting snowflakes all through here. Or I can come in and change the color and say I want them red, okay? And we got red flourishes, okay? And I can come in here and say, I can say, I would like them, this is the size one, but this is spacing. I'd like them spaced out more. Okay, so... But usually you just use these flourishes. These aren't snow. They're actually these flourishes are flourishes. So you'd want these flourishes to maybe be right under your text, like you have your text here, and you say it's time for some tea, and then you can have a little flourish, or you can and these flourishes are the nicest flourishes I have seen like anywhere. These are the best flourishes in the world. In my opinion, I might not know about some other flourishes and all, but okay, let's go back to black, because you're usually a lot of times you have them black as black flourishes. So they're very large, so you have to make them smaller, but as we look at this, look at the quality of this. It's just really very, very nice. And so up here, I could have some text up in the top corner, or I could make it goes like this. I could make it really large and just kind of have it come through here, Z, or maybe go up a little higher, and just add some kind of funky background. So then I could have a picture of me or whatever, and then some text here that says blah 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 blah. So these flourishes, but when we go down now here to some of the other flourishes here, look at this one. These are like little horizontal ones. Well, they're not that little, but they are just, look at the detail that that Ron put into these. See, let's go a little bigger. Let's go up to close to like 900. Look at that. Look at the quality of that. And it's $5 for just about every, it's $4 and something for just about every kind of, and what you can do, all right, this is kind of an answer to you, Ted. What you can do is you can take this image, save it as a PNG file, load it onto a plane in Daz Studio, and then load the what's it called? The transparency. It would be like it's a transparency. I've forgotten because I haven't done it in a long time, and I made a video about it. It was on another channel. You save it as a PNG file, and then what you do is you go into adjustments and you make it black and white, which it already is, and the black part will be invisible. The white part, or the white part's invisible, the black part is visible. And what's nice is you can take and do stuff. I'll show you some of the other brushes, but I really kind of want to emphasize how awesome these Flourishes are. Because they really, it's just, you either have Flourishes or you don't. And if you don't have Flourishes, then when you need one, when you want to say something like it's time for a change or something, and you put it, these Flourishes, and what you can do is take this flourish and then come in here and say, and flip it. So we would go like this and put that one here. And then you can have your words in the center. It's just, these are so nice. These are just really beautiful Flourishes. And so then you go down, we'll take these out, and I'm going to show you. They get, if you can imagine it, they get better. Look at this one. As you go down through, they get better and better and better, and every one of them is just eye candy, absolute eye candy. Look at this. Well, that's a little too big. They are just beautiful, and what's nice is that you can use them any color that you want. And Ron gives you these patterns. They're in these libraries. They're not in the libraries. Where is it? Gives you, okay, you can flip them, okay? And it says hardness, roundness, okay? And what I haven't found is how to make them a little more bold if you want them. I haven't found a way to do that. But they're like text, so where it says normal, I'm not sure. These are like a kind of text. And you can go hue saturation, so you can come in here and change the hue. But since these are in black, they're black and white. So, okay, so we go back into here and we'll go and undo that until it's gone. And let's go down a little bit deeper and see, because this one, look how really beautiful these are. They are just gorgeous. And so you come in here and you put one down in there, and you I didn't want to change the size. I want to change the angle here. So you put one up here. And then you can say storybook, something, storybook fairy tale or whatever. And you put some words in here and you put them in real fancy letters. And then you put some kind of frame here. And the thing is you can make a frame that's very thick like this. You can make a frame, and we undo the fill, and we go into the stroke, which would be black, and we make a frame that's really thick like this, and we go like this and make it rounded and a little rounder. And then we can take these flourishes here, and the layer here, I just want to fill this with white, I guess. We go here, it gets rid of those flourishes that are there. Okay, I can just maybe delete them. Okay, and delete that. And then fill them with white. Okay, here. Fill that with white. Where's the paint bucket? Okay. Now what we can do is take these flourishes like this, and some maybe I think it shows them here. And we'll make this white, the white flourish. And we make it you see we can do, oh, it's got to be on top. And you see how that you can decorate this frame up? You can decorate it up like this. See, these are amazing. They're just really amazing. And you've got corner ones. So we go up in here. What's this? And so we can make these a little larger and rotate them so that they go where we want them to. And we can just make it a little bit larger. And we can put them in the corners like this and rotate them then like this. Do you see the idea here? They're just amazing things that you can do. And then you can put your text in here. You got corner ones. Now, I will show you a little bit more about brushes here, because since I'm here, I might as well. So I just think that this is a great. Now I'm going to go down to the bottom and show you that there are some really, really ornate ones. Now, I mean, look at this. Is so cool. This is just so cool. Now, we need black, or else it's not going to show up. So there's one, and these are just some different. He's given you every kind of flourish that you could every style that you really kind of need of flourishes. So it gives you the power of flourishes, okay? And so, and I find these, look at this. This is just really nice here. Maybe we could turn this a little bit, and we're in black, so I'm not going to mess with this. I'm just going to show you how nice this is now. There's another look. See, as you go down, they're a little bolder, and they're a little bit more. They get more ornate, and until they get like crazy innate, like really, absolutely beautifully innate. These are kind of simple ones where you can. Now look at this. See, just look at that. See, this is just so absolutely amazing. Look at the artwork, and you could put your text over that, and as long as it's something that stands out. So, and you know, when you need a flourish, if you don't have it, then you're just kind of up a creek without a paddle. You just don't have. Look at that. See this the artist that made these is just completely out of this world. And I'm going to show you some more of their artwork. But as you can see, this is just beautiful. Look at, you've got the boldness in it, but you also have the delicacy and in this as well. It's just really, they are amazing. So they just work. And look at this. These are really nice for corners. And so we can go here and we can take and make this a lot smaller like that. And then we can take and go to white instead of black. And we're going to select our frame here. And here we go. We've got one there, and we then flip this around to the other side like that. Come up here, and there you go. See how this works? And I think this is a little off to the side a little bit, so I could kind of grab this and move it over. And I think I'm going to end up with white behind it, but the area is empty. Okay, how about we try again? No, it's not letting me because Z. Let's undo that. Now, if we can just select this. Z. Okay, rectangle. So I could just kind of delete that. Okay, this part of this layer, okay, is I'm not sure if these are on a different layer or not. Let's turn them off. Yeah, I think that's this layer here. Yeah, so, okay. So now that I'm in this layer, I can just move this over. Yeah, so just to kind of center it a little better. And we go here. And so there you go. See this? I mean, isn't this nice though? I mean, this is a nice thing, these flourishes. And the thing is that to try to make them yourself, just forget it. Even if you have your own tablet and everything, the amount of artwork and the skill and years of a person who studies flourishes and knows them really, really well enough to speak the language of flourishes and to create, and you get 300 of them for under $5, and you own them. You can use them in anything for the rest of your life. And that's the thing with these these ones that you have here. You could get you could use them, but it says license info, and it somewhere deep in the it says this one's free, and this one looks like it only comes with, it looks like maybe about 20. They're not, I don't think, as nice as Ron's are. They're just kind of a little bit they're just not as nice as Ron's are. And some of them are nice. I think this one's nice, and that one is kind of nice. But this one, I'm just not too thrilled with the little flower patterns on them. This one is nice here. This one's nice. So, so I'm seeing this one is nice, and this one looks nice. I like the more kind of more traditional ones. But the thing is you could put this in your stuff and put it up online and have somebody contact you and say, you used my flourish, and it's in the license info, which may say, yes, it's free to use, but you have to list my name in somewhere around your artwork. But if you purchase it here, you purchase this product, you own it. You own these flourishes. You can't sell them like as a product, but you can use them in anything, in any way for the rest of your life. You own these flourishes. So they are worth getting when they're on this 80% sale, okay? And you may be able to convert these this file into a GIMP file so that you can use them in GIMP. There may be a way to convert all these brushes into GIMP files. And like I said, these are the very best flourishes I have ever seen in my life. And I didn't know this product existed. And look at this butterfly one. This is 152. I mean, it's kind of nice, some of the things you can do with this. The butterfly one is where here. Let's go 152. I think it'd be down at the bottom here. It's one of the last ones. Here it is, butterflies. And we'll switch to red or something, maybe. Look at this. So that's part, one of them. And then you got leaves. We can switch to green. And we've got some other leaves. These are, and let's make these ones brown. So, I mean, and all I did was kind of drag along here. And every time you do this, it twists it and puts it in and resizes it and puts it in a different orientation. This is like so amazing how this works. So, and we have this on this layer. It's in behind. We could put the layer in front of our frame. So I highly recommend this. Now what we'll do is we'll take this layer and delete it. And we'll delete the rectangle. And I mean, you get the idea of how we can use those. Now we'll try some of these other brushes. I'll install a few and show you that these brushes, these are blossoms and vines, okay? So it says, put this into my list of presets. And so I'll go up to the top of this flourish one, and we're going to minimize that. Now I have this blossoms and vines. You can buy this in the Daz store. And what we need is, let's keep it with brown. And we'll bring this down a little bit. And look at this. Look at this. So, and you can paint a bunch of them. It's a brush. So, but this is Ron's work as well. Z. And then we got this one. And Z. This one, they're a little too big for the window, but you guys get the idea of these blossoms and vines. They're just absolutely amazing. Let's go down through here just to give you guys an idea. Look at that. See, so this is brushes. And and the thing is you can say, well, how do I use that in Daz Studio? You can, okay? That's the thing, is that you can take this blossom here, all right? You can come in with some there are swatches. Here it is, gradients. Okay, purples. Now we have this selected. We'll go to purples. Okay, that didn't work. Z. There's a way to just turn this into purple gradients. Okay, but it didn't work like that. So I'd have to work on this a little bit, okay, to get the gradients to work like that, because it's doing the whole page, Z. So, I would have to have a transparency, so we could come in and delete the white. So what you do is you put this onto a black, so I can come in and get rid of the white here, as much as I can here. Delete the white. Here, 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 here. there. I think there's another place, a couple places, but if you miss a spot, it's going to show when you... Okay, so I guess that's enough. Now when we put this on, see, it only puts it on there. And so you can put these gradients on them, pastels, put it on a black background. Let's put in a new layer, new layer. Okay, and we'll drag this layer down below, and we'll fill this layer with black. See, this is very nice. Now we'll select our layer again. We can kind of mess around with some of these gradients. Change the gradient. Oh, that would be this one. So I think we got to get rid of delete all these. Okay, so now we go back to here and yeah, so we can just select this and change the gradients. See, so and you come up into, that's the pinks. We got, this is really nice. Look at that. See, so and it's just these brushes, number one. And what you can do is you can take this black and make it transparent, put it on a plane in Daz Studio, and place this anywhere in your scene. You can make it semi-transparent so that it's barely visible. Well, I made that barely visible. You go into the layer, opacity, make this barely visible, and it starts, and it can become like it can, and I'll show you where this really kind of shines. So we'll delete this layer. We'll delete this layer. We'll go back to our black background. And what we're going to do now is I'll show you some of the sci-fi ones. Okay, so we're going to go back up to the top here. And now I'll go into well, you can just, like in the background of your, you can put this on a plane, Ron's Waterfalls, okay? We go here, and look at these brushes here now. It's so amazing. You can put this on a plane that, and everything else is transparent except for the waterfall. And you put this in on a plane, so you make an image here, and then you just insert that. Okay, what are we doing here? We've got black, so we want to have white, or maybe blue. Look at that. See, this is amazing. So you say maybe you don't want a white waterfall, you want kind of a bluish white waterfall. So you come in here and you say, there you go. And you can place this anywhere in your scene behind you, and all the black would be transparent, and you can put it in front of the rocks, and it looks like a waterfall. And you can resize it, set it up. That's why these brushes are sold in the Daz store. You work with them in Photoshop, and then you bring them into the Daz store, and then you bring them on a plane. You put them on a plane and make the transparency. So you have to have like, because this is blue, this waterfall is blue, you would need to then, so what you do is you make a blue image, and this would be the top of the rocks, okay? And you just put this on a plane in front of the rocks and line it right up, and it's going to look, and you can shine some light on it to kind of illuminate the transparency. But what you do is you make two images and you export them out of Daz Studio. You make one image that is your color image, and that goes in your base. So you load that into the base on your planes for your base texture. and then you make another one that's black and white. So, and I'll show you kind of how to make it. You go to adjustments here, and I have to figure this out. Okay, and you go here to, and you add an adjustment layer, which is, I do kind of remember how to do this. Black and white. So notice how that just made it black and white. And so you make the color image that goes on the base, and the black and white, I forget which one it goes on, okay? It might go on like it might go on the cutout. We load it into cutout or something. But what it does is anything that's black is transparent, and anything is white is visible. Okay, so you lay that on the plane also, and so all the black would be transparent, and all the white. But the thing is that white isn't really very white. So what you do is you come in here to Photoshop again, and you go to which one is it? I think it's exposure. And no, it's not. Okay, which one is it? There's another one. It's curves. It's curves. Okay, and what you do then is you come into this curves. So you have black and white, so you made your image black. So this is the second. You need two images. You need your color image, which would be the blue water. And then you need a black and white image. And I believe the white would be the part that's visible. Okay, so you just so you save your image, your color image, with your flourish or whatever it is, and the black background of the flourish is black. And then you come in here, and this part here is kind of fun, but so you take, the black is black, so you take this right here, and you see as I bring that this way, the white gets whiter, but you don't want it to lose all its detail. You just want it white enough till it starts to blur. Okay, now I can bring the black in and possibly make the black blacker. So for your overlay image, you want your black as you can get it, and you want your white as white as you can get it. Okay, but you don't want it so white that it overexposes kind of and loses its detail. You want it just white enough, like about there would be probably good for this. And then you save this image, and you load them into, and maybe I'll do that, but I think I'm going to find something kind of a little more interesting than the waterfall, okay? So what we'll do now is we're going to go back, we'll delete these, and I'm going to show you, I want to show you some more of these brushes, okay? So we'll take this right here, and we'll just delete that. And we'll fill it in with black. Okay, and we're going to keep going here with some of these brushes. Fill. Okay, there we go. Now, I don't know if those are the same blacks, but okay, so we're going to go back into brushes. So these are the waterfall ones. So I think you get the idea of the waterfalls. There's many, many, many kinds. So actually, let's just do a couple more waterfalls just so you kind of get the idea. Let's go with a little lighter color like that. Okay, just so we can kind of show you how beautiful these waterfalls are. Look at that. See, it's unbelievable what you can do with these brushes. So look at this. And you can just place that in front of a rock in your scene on a plane, and it's going to look like a waterfall. It does. Believe me, it does. And what you can do is you can take this waterfall like this, Control. Oh, let's get rid of that. Here. Okay. You can take this waterfall like that, okay? And then you can take another color like on another plane, cancel, or just come in here and go with a darker blue, okay? And you can just throw a little bit of darker blue and then come in here. Okay, I kind of knew that was going to happen. Let's go to a new layer, new layer. Okay, and now I can put this on another layer, but then I can take this new layer and just bring the opacity down a little bit so that that blue that's on top is a little bit, and then I could throw a little bit of white on top of that. So we go new layer, okay, and we now take some white and go here, and we take and do the same kind of thing. We'll bring it over a little bit like that, and then we take this layer and make it a little bit transparent. See, so you can mess with it. And then what you do again, you add your adjustment. So you save this image, and then you come in and add, you make it black and white, and then you add your curves, and you come in here and it shows you this where most of your color is. So you got to just bring this over here until that's about as white as you want it to get. You want it as white as you can, but you also want some detail there. So you would bring that about there probably. And then all of the white area will be visible, and the black area on your plane in Daz will be transparent. And so you have to do this curves thing because you can't leave it gray like that, or you can't leave your black kind of grayish. Like if you leave the black too gray, then it's not going to be transparent. So you need it kind of whitish and blackish, and the black has got to be black. It's got to be pure black. So it's got to be as black as you can get it. And then in your white, you don't want it kind of all grayish, or it's not going to stand out enough. It's not going to be vibrant enough. It's not going to have enough vibrance to really show up in your scene. So you want to make sure that the color is coming right through. So it's not going to be white like this. It's going to show the colors. And it's too bad that you can't just load a PNG onto a plane, and those transparencies don't work. You have to load the transparency separately, and I think it's in the cutout opacity, but I'm not positive. It's one of those other maps that you load it in, and it gives you, and look at the base of that. Look at how cool that is. So we go here to the black and white, and this is white, the bottom part of this. So it's not letting me paste it in. So, all right, what we're going to do is we're going to delete this again. Z. Okay, so we'll delete these curves, delete that, delete this. Okay, I can see where they are here. See, the base of that looks really nice. Just look at that. So these are Ron's brushes. We go out, and now I'm going to show you a few more of these brushes and just absolutely dazzle you. This is how exciting these brushes are, okay? So, and then we're going to find something and bring it in to Daz. I'm going to try to figure out how to do this, okay? So this is another big one, because if you ever want fog in your scene, okay, look at this. If you just want to lighten your scene up, and so I can take and create a new layer, like new layers, so it's a total layer on its own. Okay, so we're going to just be putting these little white things onto here. And then I can come up in here. You want some fog? And then you come here and you take this layer and just bring the opacity down. And then you have smoke. Okay? Now you do the same thing, even though this is black and white. You create a black and white image. So you save this, okay? Because you might want a colored fog. You may not want, you might want like kind of a a yellow, an orange fog that's under a night street light or something. You might want something like that. So you just save this, and this fog isn't white and black. It's kind of grayish. So then what you do again, you add your black and white to make sure it's completely black and white, that there's no color in it. Then you add your curves, and you bring this in so that your overlay image, okay, so it's as white as can be for the fog, and it's as black as can be for your transparency. And this then you load again into your map. And you can use the, I believe, the cutout opacity, and and it will allow the color through. I think it's cut out. We'll have to figure that out. So but this, and as you can see, this fog, these fog brushes, look at how many fog types. You got steam, you've got fog. Every one of them is amazing. So, okay, let's go back, edit, redo, delete layer. Okay, so let's try a different steam layer. We got white here. Look at this. These are clouds. You can put these on a plane and put them. Look at that. I mean, this is Ron again. This is magical Ron. This is Ron doing his, like, the thing he does. You see that? Look at this Z. This is just amazing what he does. And again, you can just twist them again, so you can do the same idea of what you did with your flourish. You see? So now you can put this on a plane and put it in the foreground of your image in Daz on a plane and create a fog through this whole thing. Now, and this is where, so these are very vital, because now if you think about this, I'm going to show you where this can be really cool, because now we're going to go to frost and snowflakes and rain and stuff like that. Ron's rain, okay? But let's go to, there's one called a condensation, I think. All right, this one is really cool. So we're going to load this pack up in here. We got the white brush, which would be probably right for condensation. Look at this. See, so you can put these in front of your scene and make them slightly transparent, so it looks like you're looking at your scene through a piece of glass. With condensation on it. And look at all the different brushes. You can resize and place them wherever you want in the scene. So I can take this Z, okay, I can take this, create a new layer, then go into this condensation, pick one, put this on the layer, all right, and then I can take this layer and make it so you can see through it. So you can see your scene right through it. If I were to turn off this background, you can barely see that condensation, but it's there. It's a layer of condensation. And so what you do again in your scene is I would leave the condensation all the way up, and then bring this, and this was just by selecting white, okay? This is white condensation, so I could go here and take this condensation out and just make it like a little bit bluish. See that? It's just amazing. These brushes are amazing. And we've got condensation. Okay, here's another one. It's just it's just they're really cool. Condensation. Oh, these are bubbles. You can paint them, and you can make them as invisible. So if you have somebody in a bathtub in the scene, you can put them in the foreground in front on a plane, and the black part will be, and you'll see through the bubbles. Everything black in this scene will be invisible. So all you're going to see are the bubbles. And you can change the size of the bubbles to whatever you want. And then you just do again. You come in here. You want the bubble. You might want them to be this blue color. But you come into your adjustments and you make it black and white. You save that picture. And you'd want to make it large because, so you might want your canvas here in Photoshop to be maybe in 4K or even 6K. And so you make that image, and these will resize up. These will size up. That's why they're so big. They will size up to like 4, maybe 8, maybe even 16K, or be a fairly good size. So you make a big, large image so that when you put it on a plane, it's going to be a really nice, highly detailed image, okay? And then you come into your adjustments, you make it black and white, then you add your curves and make sure that your white is white. And you don't want to like blow it out, okay? You just want it to be your white to be white and your black to be black, and you save this image. That's all you need are those two images on your plane, and you've got a transparency, okay, that you can lay in front of your scene. Now I'm going to show you some really, this gets even better, okay? So I'm going to show you, before I show you how much better, I'm going to show you one more kind of really cool style, and then I'm going to show you something really fantastic with these. Okay, and so we're going to go, I think we're going to go with frost, okay, because I could do snow, I could do rain, but we're going to go with frost. Okay, this is another really awesome one. Okay, this is that one's not as impressive. Wait till get to, let's see what this one does. Okay, this is pretty cool. You can make frost with that. Okay, so you could put some frost around the edges of your scene, and all the black would be transparent. And so you've got this transparency in front of your scene in Daz Studio, and coming through, and then you could use some of the condensation and put that on the window also, like you're looking through out of a window at the Little Match Girl or something, and or something kind of scene. So and that's what I'm saying. And look, when you buy this frost, you're getting every kind of frost you can imagine. You're just every kind of frost. This guy is an absolute whiz with this stuff. Look at this. See, this is so amazing here. So you can resize it, you can rotate it, and you can color it. So maybe you want to frost white. Okay, so there you go. See, this is just amazing. And so you put this transparency in front of your scene. So I thought you'd find the frost to be very, very interesting too. Maybe we'll just play around with a couple more. So these, and so Z. So then what I'll do is I'll just kind of like go now down through these. We have powder, we have light, okay, light fusion. All right, now these again, they're just absolutely shockingly beautiful. These, look at this. Just amazing. And you say, okay, well, let's go with red. didn't work. Z. Let's try again. Look at this. And then I can take another one, and let's go with orange. Look at this. And then we can go another one, and let's go with some green. And the thing is this can be a transparency again, and you can put it in front of your scene, and you can take this and bring the opacity down. So, and it's still going to be invisible, but it's going to be very faint in your scene, whether if it's, and if you've got a wizard and that's what we're going into, is the wizard who is casting a spell, okay? And you want all of this kind of around him, or maybe him standing in the center of all of this, okay? And standing here with his hands up like this, casting a spell with his staff in one hand and his hand going woo, 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 and some other Daz effect. And you can basically, you just have all of these light things. And this is where we're going to go now into some of the magic stuff. Probably my favorite one of all of these is the angel wings. Let's see, angel dust. I think that might be it. I think that's one of them. Okay. So you just load them up in here. And every time you open Photoshop, they're here now because I redid my computer. So angel dust. Look at this stuff. And you can have this in your Daz scene on a transparency. Look at that. See, this is so amazing. Look at these. They're just, Ron is, he knows how to make delicate art. It's, and you don't kind of expect that from a man, but it's here. Look at that. So you could have this as a background. You could set this as an HDRI in your scene. So this is really, really, really nice. And you can use any color. You can put like a few of these and then put some red ones and put some orange ones or any colored purple ones. These are amazing. And you set the transparency, how much you want on your plane in Daz Studio. You set how much you want this transparency to show up. And it's just, it just kind of goes on and on. That's just a regular brush. So, yeah, and now I think I have some angel wings too. Look at this. Now this is where you kind of get into the magic, some of these magic stuff. It's just like the artwork and the imagination that goes into these brushes. Look at that. Now this is definitely magic stuff. So this is how you dazzle stuff, make kind of really dazzling stuff. Look at that. See this, and you put your wizard right in the center. And what you can do is you can put two transparencies. You can put one behind your figure and one in front of your figure, and they can have different things going on each one. So, and again, what you do is you save this image, and then you go make it black and white, add your curves, okay, and then you drag this over until your curves are black and white. So your white is really white and your black is really black. And you save this. That's all you need to make a transparency. And you put these on your plane. Put your plane where you want it in your scene. We're going to do something like that. I think we'll use this. So we'll go Z. Okay. Let's use this one. Okay. So what we're going to do is go File, Save a Copy. And this isn't quite as detailed as I'd like it to be. Let's undo these. And let's go and make our file image size. Let's make it 3000. Okay, let's go to 4000. No, let's go to 8K. Let's go to 4000. Okay, 4K should be okay. All right, 4000. All right, let's do a different image size. 3840. I just want to be by 2160. Okay, that's 4K. All right, so then we go here and we make this smaller so it fits in the scene. So we can, it's still the same size. I've just made it so we can kind of work with it. Now this isn't large enough, so we go back into our brush and we make it a little larger. And we go like this. And let's take and do another one that's let's go with this color. All right. And let's do a yellow one. Okay, so where's our yellow? Yellow. Okay. Okay, Z, a little higher. Z, a little higher. Okay. I think that works. No, Z. Let's come in like this. Z. Okay, like that. Save this. Okay, now we're going to go and let's go to image. Okay, we're going to go merge down so everything is all together. There's our black and all. So then we're going to go into our, let's make this just image. These are kind of things that I like to do, is go into vibrance maybe and make it a little more vibrant. Saturate it a little bit more. We'll saturate it. So, okay. You don't have to do that, but it just kind of makes it. All right, so now we save this file, save a copy. It doesn't matter what you save it because we're not saving transparencies. So, but I'm going to save it as a ping anyway, PNG file. And we're going to call this we'll call this magic swirl color. All right, and we save that. We'll save that in there. And smallest file, it doesn't have to be the highest quality. And then we're going to go now and we're going to go to adjustments. We're going to make it black and white. And then we're going to go into adjustments, add our curves thing here. And we're going to make sure that it's not gray, but it's white. Okay. And now we're going to save this also, save a copy. And we're going to call this magic swirl. Where is it? In PNG. Magic swirl. There's our color one. Let's call this black. So it's like a transparency. Actually, we're black and white, but we're going to call that black and white. PNG and save it. Smallest file. Okay. So now we go to Daz Studio and we put a plane in here. Plane. And we're going to, okay, I think that's okay. And now we're going to, well, let's look straight on. Okay, and let's take our plane now. And parameters, plane. Let's tilt it up at 90. Okay. And we'll zoom out a little bit. And we'll make this plane down, bring the plane down a little bit so it just covers our, and let's also make it a little bit lower. Y translate so that it's kind of the same ratio as our, all right, and now we're going to go to surfaces, plane, base color, browse. Let's go to our personal, and we go to YouTube preview images. And somewhere in here, we have our swirl. There's our color swirl. Okay, we bring that. Okay, now it's on there, but it's not transparent. Okay, so that's our, it's actually black and white. It doesn't, it looks like it is, but let's see, when we go in here, see it's solid. It's not black and it's not transparent. So we have to go in here, and I think it's this cutout opacity. I'm not sure, but we're going to have to try it. So we go browse, and now we're looking for our black and white swirl. Here it is. Okay, and what do? We bring this. Yeah, that's it, because our background is gray. So this is it. Okay, so let's put a sky or something else in this room. Let's put a scene in here. I mean, that's it. That's a transparency now. And so we go here to our default, and let's find an environment, some kind of environment we can put in here. A backdrop of some sort. Let's go to products here. Environment. Let's find something that would be conducive to a magical thing. Well, let's try this, the room. Environment. Sample scene. Let's try this. Merge into scene. Let's see what we've got. And you can see what we have here now. So we have some kind of magic. This may not be the best kind of scene in the world for this, but this is how you do it. And so let's do a quick render here. Now the thing is this plane is in front of, so you either put your character in back of it or in front of it. And like I said, you can put a transparency behind your character with other stuff to kind of blend it all in. So, or what I could do is duplicate this and put one in front, one in back. I don't know what that would do. And you can also set your, because this is a transparency, if I turn this off, no, the room, if I turn the transparency of the plane off, it looks like the same room. It's transparent because the black is black, and the black is black. Black in a transparency is invisible, and that's why we did the curves thing. So let's try a different room. It's okay, let's delete this room. Let's just try something different. Here. Let's just put an HDRI in here. So let's try just putting, so we go to render settings. Find a nice HDRI to put in our scene. Okay. I'm not finding them. Here we go. Let's try this. So yeah, there you go. And as you can see, the colors are pretty nice, and you can make this larger, or the plane larger. It is transparent. Now, maybe I could have done better with the black and white image and made it a little bit more to allow the colors to come through more. So you dicker with those a little bit. You've got two images here. Let's go to surfaces and select our plane. And the opacity, cutout opacity, as I bring this cutout opacity down, that becomes less. So now, so that's the base color, and so this is our, it looks pretty much the same. It's okay, now we may actually have the sun hitting this color because it's an object in the scene. So we go to our environment options and go to parameters, and come on, and we rotate the dome a little bit, and it may bring out the colors a little bit depending. Now the green looks like it's coming out a little bit more because the sun is coming, it's not coming right at it. So it all depends on the sun and the sun that's hitting your plane here. So these work, okay? They work very well in here. And especially if I take the background environment, if I go if I go a little darker, do you see even more darker? If I make it black, it's going to really stand out. But let's go to 0.2. Yeah, you see these colors. It's there. And so the lighter your background, the more the colors aren't going to stand out. It's just kind of the way light is. Now what you can also do is you can take this same image. Now this is going to really blow your mind, okay? But you can take this plane, you can go here, and you go to your surfaces, and you go to your emission color, and you browse, and you load your color into that, okay? And then you make this white, and suddenly this becomes a light source, okay? So now you can come into your luminance. You can add it to luminance, also add it to your luminance. Okay, the same map. Here. Okay, and now when you add luminance, let's go 9. Look, it becomes an actual light source. And it's putting off light. Let's go 3. Eventually it's going to turn like white. But look what you can do with this. It's just amazing. You see that? And it's putting off light. So if I were to put something near this, the light would come off. That's a little bit much because it's kind of blowing the color out now. But you can definitely achieve the effect you're looking for with this, okay? So let's put a character in here. Let's put Michael's already got pants on, so we'll find Michael. Michael 4 maybe. Bring him in. So we go to figures. All right, let's turn that off. Default, figures. Michael, let's find Michael 4. Here he is. So let's see how, because he's going to be, this is a light source, so it's going to cast, depending on how close I put him into this, it's going to cast a light. If I put him behind him, it's going to cast a light on him. It's a light source, so it's going to make him like purple and yellow and green. So, okay, now what we have to do, we have something kind of messing this up because there might be a light. I have to put another light source. Maybe I don't, but let's see. Something is lighting him. So you have to isolate the light sources in your scene. You always have to be aware of that. So we could go to the environment here. And let's, I think he's like even with my plane. So let's go into, let's find out the plane. Click this, and let's bring the plane ahead of him. Now it's in front of him, okay? And now it's behind him, okay? So, and as you can see, when we go into, now notice the edges. If you do it right, if you put this behind him, you shouldn't see the edge of your plane, because if you do your transparency right, you make the black black and the white white, you shouldn't see the edge of your transparency. Now it looks like the transparency is casting a shadow on the ground. That's kind of what you want. But I don't see the edge of this. It's supposed to be right about here. I don't see my transparency at all. So I did this right, okay? And now I can bring, and so it's the black part is gone because the black is as black as it's supposed to be. And as long as you do that, and the white is white, then it's going to let these colors show through your transparency. That's in front of this color image. And so that's what decides what's going to be seen and what's not in your image. Now, what we're going to do is isolate the light in our scene by adding a light. We're going to add a spotlight, and that'll be on the ground. Now you notice so there was like maybe my camera or something was creating a light source. So now he's being lit by the stuff behind him, and so if I put it in front of him, it will light him. Now let's add a new camera. We'll use our perspective view here, and let's move our plane now. Let's look through the camera. Let's move our plane in front of him. It should light him. It's still not in front of him. There we go. Now, it's not lighting him that well. Now, if we turn off our environment, no, I don't think that works. We have to go here to parameters. And we go view, scene only. Okay, and let's add a black backdrop. Black. Here we go. Now, you see, the only thing lighting him is this magic. See, this is so amazing. What you can do with these brushes is just amazing. We select the plane. Bring the plane back a little bit so it's right about where he is. And let's see what we've got. So we'll bring our spotlight up a little bit. Let's go look through our spotlight. 9. Bring it up. Bring it out. And spotlight. Bring it down. Let's go from this angle because it's where the most color is. And we don't want it too high or it'll cause a shadow over his eyes. Back to our camera. Go to here. Go to parameters for our spotlight and give it a little bit of power. Let's go with 5. There we go. That's a little high. Let's go 2. Spotlight. Let's zoom out a little more. So the spotlight's going to shine right through our transparency, whether if it's in front of him or behind him. It is going to illuminate these colors because they are actually in the scene. So, okay, go back to our camera. And so we may want to lower then the lighting of these particles here. So, but now we go to our spotlight again. Let's go to 4, or go to 6, 9. Let's go to 9. Oh, that's way too much. I added like 9, 8. Let's go to 8. Okay, that's probably good. And then we zoom in a little bit on him, and we put some kind of pose on him, and we're in business. So, but this. Now, if you notice, look at how, because we did make this a 4K image, there's some nice detail in this, okay? These are brushes, and there's some very nice detail in that. And we take and make a quick render. And let's go with 2000. And go to optimization. No, it's progressive render. And we'll drag this over and drag that up. And let's turn off the render quality so that it keeps rendering and render. Well, where are you? Let's try again. There it is. So there you go. Look at this. Look at this. These particles. They're casting little like shadows on him. Okay, so you might want to put it behind him. I don't know, because we do have a light on him. And you can put this enough farther in the background so that your light that's on him, you just make it bigger, but you put it way in the background, but make it larger. Okay, close this so we can take this plane, put it like way in the background so that the light that I have on him, okay, all right, I can never get that to work. Parameters, so we're going to go here with just Z up this way. You put it enough in the background so that the spotlight that's on him has no effect on your background. So what you do now, you just make sure it's back there far enough. Then you scale it up like that. Bring it down a little bit. Y translate. Then you don't have it casting shadows on him. And you also, and your light is not, your spotlight that's on him isn't affecting him, this image in the background. It's not changing that image at all. And so then you go here to him and you find a nice little pose for him. Michael. Poses. Well, Michael, there you are. Might be a pose here for you. And let's spin him around a little bit. So there you go. And what we can do now is put another plane in here. Okay, and then we can put like a scale it. And put a mirrored floor plane. Scale it some more so it goes out far enough. It's just an idea, you know, that and then you can take this plane, surface, plane, go to our presets, all files, shaders, shaders, and let's go metal. Let's put a metal floor, like a chrome floor or something here. Gray mirror. Look at what we have here now. See, so, but you see his legs. It's not like nothing under his feet. And we can take him and make him stand on the floor a little better, or we could move the floor up a tiny bit. So it looks like his feet are actually standing on it. We could come out a little bit more so we could see a little bit more of his reflection. So, yeah, and we could move it like this so that we could take and bring this up more. You're the artist. You're the artist. You do it the way you want to do it. So, but if you do it like this, you can make and we've got to bring it down a little bit like this so that we're not under the floor. And we can bring this like this. We can make it smaller if we want. We can scale it down a little bit because it's transparent. You're not going to see the edges because we did it right. And I would say do it just enough so that you can see his whole shadow in the floor, but and make him fit the room like this. And then scale this down some more. And where's our plane? Well, we can take our plane and we can make it, stretch it a little bit. Would be X, I think. Yeah. There it is. So, this is what we have. This is how we use these flourishes. And now we go, now that you understand the power of these brushes, let's go back into Photoshop and let's take another look, another gander at this stuff. Let's take a look at some of the other brushes. We're going to go here to now I go to, got more of them. And now this is where it gets really cool. I told you it was going to get really cool here. So this is the last, probably, we're on the last leg of this. So we're going to go here into these brushes and look at these. Look at that. Now you can put a robot in the scene and you can have this as like on a thing, and the robot's touching and putting data into this. Z, look at this stuff. Or you could have like a bunch of them, you know, like this one and this one, and they could be different colors. Z, got this one, and you put them on a thing, and you put, let's like a broken display. So and these, what you can do is you can take like this display and make it like that, and then take this display here, which one was it, and make this, where's my brush, red, and make it a little smaller. See, this kind of stuff. And if you put them on different layers, you can make this, so you can create, you know, a more colorful kind of setup here. So let's create a different layer, new layer, image, layer, new layer. Somebody needs to, and we're going to change this to blue. See this, it's amazing what you can do with this stuff. And then we change this to green. And we go and take and make a new layer. Okay, and then we go here. A little bigger than that. So it's up to you what you want to do with this, but these tech layers are and so you take this again, and you might want this to be right here. You could maybe make this black so that when you go into your and create your, so you save this image, and you might want to go in and flatten this out, the image, layer, flat, merge them all down into one image. Then you might want to come into your adjustments and vibrance and make it a little bit more vibrant. Make the colors a little bit more saturated. Oops, it didn't merge. I don't know why it didn't, but layer, okay, flatten image. There we go. Now we go to image adjustments and we go to vibrance, and we can make it more vibrant and more saturated. So the blues are bluer and Okay. Oh, now this says locked. I don't know if I was able to do that. So let's go to image, adjustments, vibrance. Let's try this again. Now it looks like it kind of did it, but yeah, it looks more vibrant. Okay, so now we save this, and then we go and add our we make a black and white image. Now you notice the white isn't white. It's got to be white, okay? And the black's got to be black. So there's where we go into the curves, and we drag this over until the white is white. Okay, and the black, you might drag the black over a little bit so the black is more black. But our white is kind of a little splotchy looking, but that's kind of the way it goes. And so this is what you get. And then you bring this in, you loaded it onto your cutout, you load it if you want it to put, because you could put this down in front of your character at an angle, and it could be shining up in their face and putting those colors from this screen into their face, but you can see it because it's a transparency. So there again, this stuff is meant to either just embellish your work in Photoshop, whether if you're working with something and you'd like to just, like afterwards, after your as a post work, so you render your scene and then you just imprint this into your scene, whether if it's smoke or ice crystals or anything like that, or flourishes into your scene right on your image. You can put smoke, you can put rain, you can put snowflakes, you can put hail, you can put any kind of, falling debris. With smoke, you can put fire, pieces of fire here and there. And and then you just Z. And so you take this image here and you just basically place it in your scene the way you want it to be. You move it around in the scene, you resize it, and you put it in the scene where you want it to be. Maybe if your robot's standing here, you could put this like up in there in your scene, and it's going to look just like, because it is a transparency. You can, I merged them together, but you can put these brushes onto a transparency and use them just like that in Photoshop. So this is the awesome part of this. It's, what are we doing here? Come on, bring it back. Okay, I guess it's not going to do it. So we can put this in here and just size it a little bit, and there we are again. And this. So that's how you do this. I'm glad I made this video, because I now, when I forget how to do this, I can come back in and look at this video and say, how did I make the transparencies again? But I think I got it down. I think I showed you all, guys, everything you need if you have trouble installing brushes. So we go back here to the Daz store, and you type in Ron, '(S), Ron's. And I think this is where you're going to find, like, this is Saliva and Drool. Water's Edge. Okay, if I go here, and so the items I own aren't hidden. I own this Light Radiance, and I don't own the Mystical Accents. So this is circle designs. Okay, so these are all kinds of circular patterns that Waterworks. I think I own this, but okay, I own these, but I own them in like, you can buy packages of his stuff that have like 10 of his items in them. And if you get when you wait and get them on an 80% sale, you look at this light painting. Now I probably own this, but this is just really cool. You can use these in your Daz scenes on transparencies, all of these different. And what's nice is they have colors here, and how they achieve the color. Different things. It may be by putting different ones on top of each other and stuff, or I'm not sure exactly how they achieve the different colors, but it's a photographic technique where light is painted or drawn into the photograph using handheld light sources during a long exposure. With Ron's light painting, I give you 16 layered Photoshop files and a total of 220 different light painting designs, all 2K. So these are Photoshop files. These are not brushes. These are actual images that you can make that are transparencies, that you can bring them into Photoshop. You have the colors right there. So then you save that as an image, like a PNG. Then you take that same image and you make it black and white. You work with the curves so that the white is white and the black is black. And then you bring those both in, and then you have these colored images. So they're not brushes, okay? I don't see anything about brushes here. And no, these are PSD files. So there's nothing that says anything. So these are circular patterns that are colored, and they're really nice. These are very nice. So they're going to look just like this in your image. So whatever you pick, you can take this into Photoshop and sort of change the hues a little bit, or make them more vibrant if you need it, or less vibrant, however you want. You might be able to change the whole thing into one solid color also, if that's what you need. This is really cool. I like this. So, and this is kind of cool too. This is really nice. So that's kind of cool. So, but this is Ron's stuff. And so this is nice steel wool. Look what this does. It just gives you these steel wool kind of patterns. Now, are these brushes or are they images? Let's see. These are brushes, and there are some Photoshop files. So he's done both. He's given you some deeply colored, because when you use the brushes, you kind of have to pick red, or you pick, and it's going to do this like with red, but if you pick blue, it'll look like blue flames and all. But when they give you the actual photos, these look like the brushes, actually. The photos themselves, these are the brushes. The photos themselves are going to look really amazing. And look how he's used these in these images. So this is where it really is at, is giving your image a patina, okay? Ron's impressions. And so here again, now these are PNG files and PSD layers. So you have all these different layers that you can work with. 191 Photoshop layers and PNGs. So this is an amazing product too. This is $5 right now. Again. Now, I mean, I was looking, look at the price of these. Ron's water, it's $1.39 for the water one. It was $4 for the Flourishes one. Dry ice. Look at this. Now, these are Photoshop brushes, and they're Photoshop textures also. Okay, 70 brushes, CS brushes and CC, so it's different versions of Photoshop, but you'd probably use the creative, the CC brushes, the Creative Cloud. Look at this. So you just make your skull and you make your image and you put this in, bring it into Photoshop, and you put this over top of it. And you got this snow one, and then you got these ice ones, you got some fire ones. Yeah, and it looks like they maybe even did something with the blood here where it starts here and comes down and drips. Yeah, I mean, and this little flame one. These are all brushes, the after effects kind of thing. Look at the smoke coming out. Looks like it's sitting right inside of all this smoke. This looks like the smoke is coming right out of the engine compartment. This is just very nice. So these are all in the Daz store, and they work in Daz Studio, but you just kind of have to follow the process. You got grit. Now, when you got an image and it just looks so rendered and so clear and kind of just overdone, I mean, like over clear, it's just too clear. We got Photoshop brushes here, and you can just add some grit to your image to make it look a little bit kind of old and not like it's and you can take the grit in any color. You can paint it, you can resize it, you can rotate it, you can do whatever you want to create the right kind of grit over your image and colorize it in whatever way you want. We've got fog, and this is 4 pages, but as you go through here, you'll see this water. Look at this water bundle. See, this is, I think, less than I paid for it. I might have paid like 12, maybe even $20. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 products of brushes. Each one of them is brushes. There's probably a couple, maybe 1,000 brushes in here for $6. And it gives you bubbles, it gives you water drop, it gives you wings of water, and I didn't show you the wings one also. You got snow. I would start with these kits. Look for the kits. Now look at this horror bundle. Okay, this has got like several products for $5.99, $6. Okay. So this is the time. Now here's another one. Atmospheric bundle. This one is huge. It gives you snow, okay, and fire and all these, okay. This one, buy these, okay. This is so this is $6. Okay, now these might be 80% off because I own. It says something up top here. It says last chance to save. It says owners of 30 plus items by today's features artists. I own probably 30 items of Ron's. So it might only be 60% off, but if you have to pay $10 for this, it's still worth it, this bundle, okay? And there are some more bundles here. So you want to look here. Drip and stain, okay. Let's see, that's not it. I think this Ron's Waterfalls, you can get that in another bundle here. So there's, I think, 4 or 5 bundles, and I don't think they contain everything in the bundles. Sci-fi bundles. Now, a lot of these don't show that I own them because I own the bundles. So, and some of them may not be under Ron's. They might be under brushes. Okay, so here's grunge bundle. Okay. Metal. Now you see this one right here is if I don't own this one. And if I add this to a cart, I'll bet it's like $4. Look at this. $4 for this. and I get rusty metal, scratches, okay, and Ron's Vector Grunge. This is just like amazing. Look at the brushes you get. And this is 110. Let's see how many. 110 high resolution grunge brushes. For Photoshop CS only. Plus. Okay, so I tend to think they probably work for, they might be saying that because people think that they use them in Daz or something. .abr files. Oh, CS and up only. Okay, so yeah, these all work with CC also, Creative Cloud. So I'm definitely going to pick that up. Now, let's see. This is, and this is atmospheric. I own that bundle. Ron's Cracks. Let's see. We're looking for bundles here. The glass. And learn to use these. Add them into your workflow, okay? We got fog, okay? I think I own some of these. They don't say that I do. Splatter and drips. Look at this. Okay, this is $3. This Waterfalls is $1.39. See, I'm not going to go crazy with these, but I am going to buy if I have bundles here that I don't own, I am going to buy them. So nuts and bolts, because the bundles just give you a ton of stuff. Okay, so shapes, spots. Okay, so as we go back, we go more towards the newest products. Okay, so I don't own that. Oh, that's why it said like that one and up. But we go here. Okay, see, I own the water bundle. Okay, I own a lot of these, like the Wings of Water, Ron's Magical Snow, Ron's Wires and Gadgets. Look at how cool that is. So, and I own this Winter Collection. Okay, Ron's Rain. I own the Ron's Angel Dust. Condensation, I own that one. Anything with this cloud thing. Splashes. Bokeh, I own the Bokeh. That is another amazing one. So that's $3.59. Okay, Ron's Steam. And we're looking for the bundles. Okay, so I own this Ron's Winter Bundle, okay, which has got like 6 products, I think. At least 4, I think. Maybe they're reflections of them, but the Horror Bundle, okay. I think I'm going to go with this Horror Bundle as well. That's $4.19 as well. Let's see what's in the Horror Bundle. It's going to be blood drips and some really dark shit. Okay, blood. We got spider webs. Wow, how many times have you needed spider webs? And the thing about spider webs is they're kind of all white, so it's easy to just place them into your scene because, or white or kind of brownish white, kind of off-white. We got Ron's skulls, all kinds of skulls. You can just kind of tuck a skull into your scene somewhere. And we got slime, and we got stained, which means like kind of like an overlay patina over your art, and splatter and drips and wash. All of these products for $4 right now, $4.19. At least that's the price they're giving me. I have to pick these up now because they're here. So I have the water bundle. Someday I might pick up these ones that aren't in bundles, but got Ron's Dirt. Okay, so we're going to go through here, and these circle designs are cool too. The Ron's Grungiest, this is new. It's a standalone product. So we're looking for ink is an important one right here too. And that's 219 for that one. I might throw that in as well. You've got to have these things. They're part of your. Now this ink might be part of a bundle that I have bought, but Ron's Waterworks. I think I know quite sure it's not showing that I own a lot of these, and that's probably because I bought the bundles and they're in the bundles, and Daz should look and say, well, you do kind of own that product in a bundle, so don't buy it again. And this Ron's ink, I'm just wondering if I really own this one also. But look at this. I don't know that I'm going to use this for anything. So it's cool and everything, but I'm not sure that, and what he's done with this for art here. And you just basically, this is all Photoshop stuff. This is all after you've rendered your person, you bring it into Photoshop and you create a masterpiece with these brushes. I like the ink one. I love this ink one, but I just don't know that. And there's 50 brushes. And this is all 50 of them probably here. As we go through this, there's probably close to 10 of them on a page. It'll be all 50 of them. And as you can see, you can resize them. You can use different colors with them. You can rotate them. So that's the thing. And you can bring them into Daz Studio and turn them into a light source. So you just think of that. Think of the possibilities with these brushes. So, and also just think of the amazing work. This plastic metal is pretty cool. I have most of the ones that I really want, like the light rays, the bokeh effect. Now this dirt and grunge and dirt, I just can't wait to buy that. So vintage collection, what is this? Background papers, must have PSD editing software. So you have to have Photoshop to do this. Look at what this does here. Okay, and a bunch of vintage elements. Look at these. I wonder. I'm sure they're all different than the ones. Look at these elements. These are all things that come in this grunge. 80 Photoshop brushes. Look at how you can make it look like old paper or an old. Yeah, see, this is important right here too. You can give it like a paper look at you can do with these cracks and folds. Wow, this is something I have to have too. So this is important. Yeah, that's got to go. And let's see what that is. 419 probably. Yeah. So these bundles are huge, but this one is just a collection, but it's so vital. Now I can see myself using this. See, the ink one, is cool. It's like super duper cool, but I just can't see myself having a use for it. Maybe once. And this watercolor one, this is interesting too, but to make something kind of look like watercolor, I already have this. I think I own this fog one. Smoke, Ron's Detail Smoke. I have smoke ones from him already too. So vintage collection. I just hope I don't already own some of these things. Space. Now this one looks cool too, because you can make your own HDRIs with this. How much does this cost? That'd be like $2. Yeah, $2 for the space brushes. Yeah, that one's, we gotta have that one. So I'm gonna end up $20 lighter here. And this is I hope this isn't part of something that I'm buying. Waves, wings of water. I think there are some of these that aren't under the name Ron's. What we can do is go here, and then go to Vinny. And this is where everything is going to be here. Metalwork, surface works. Oh, so this, you can put like surfaces on things. All of his stuff. Okay, spray paint. That's kind of interesting, but I'm not sure that I'm going to have a use for those. Trees are really nice. So you can just make silhouette trees. Angus, you take care. I will talk with you soon. You have a wonderful afternoon. I haven't even had dinner yet. I haven't even had breakfast. So this Ron's trees looks, I could get that for $1 or something. This is nice. Silhouette trees and background trees. Oh, this is really, I'll get that for $1.81. Trees brushes. 80 ABR brushes. This is amazing too. So I love the trees one. I can definitely see myself having many, many, many uses for that. Glitter. I would love the glitter one, but we're going to just kind of pass on that for now. Ink, there's his ink one. Fog one, I already have fog ones. I have a bunch of them. Grunge, and that's part of the grunge pack, I think. Skulls, yeah, a lot of these were all put in the concrete is good. Also, grunge overlays, that's part of probably the grunge pack. Nuts, bolts, and holes. See, this one is nice too. It's nice to be able to put bolts in things. And you see, what you can do is you can take textures that are on things, like on clothing or and add, a button to them, or a bolt or a screw holes thing. You can add things to, textures that are on your objects and then bring them back in. I kind of like this one too, and this one's $1.59. So it's $1 for this one, and it gives me all these 240 brushes for CS and up only, which is what we have. I wish when you came back, Daz, that you'd come back to where you were. It always goes back to the top of the page. And sometimes you're like 100 pages down. It would be, okay, this is it. That's everything that he's made. Where are his... Oh, I have stuff hidden that I own. Oh, hide items that I own. And I bet you it's going to show stuff like these circle flares. I own that. Why is it? Okay, hide. Okay, water effects. I know I own this one too because it's part of a bundle. So I wish it wasn't doing that, but textures, backgrounds, overlays. Sci-fi. Now see, I own this one. Oh, we just saw this one. Because I bought it in a package or something. Okay, I have there's two of them. Oh, sci-fi and custom. All right, this. We get two sci-fi. These ones I could see myself using a lot. There's that one. And you got all of these different sci-fi weird things. And it's like a lot of them. And then you go back and you have this one, part 2. Custom shapes. Look at these little dexahedrons, and see, all of this stuff is very cool. They're brushes. And so we go in here at $7 for the whole, for both of them. Now I have to see which one I have. Let's see, add to cart. Because I know I have a sci-fi one. You just loaded it in here. What are you doing to me, YouTube? What are you doing to me? Sci-Tech. Okay. This isn't sci-fi. It's Sci-Tech Overload Brushes Volume 1. Sci-Tech. This is sci-fi. These are sci-fi. And the Sci-Tech one is made by him and some other person. And so they may not appear in his stuff because it's Sci-Tech. Now, where am I? I hope I'm not over 20 bucks. Let's see where we are. Come on, take me to my cart. 23. What can I live without? See, I have to have these bundles. The vintage collection, I really have to have that too. And this like sci-fi stuff is like really important. The nuts and bolts, but it's only $1. It's not going to bring it down. Oh, I have these. I can add these tokens to my cart. That'll bring it down below 20 bucks. 1993. All right. So we're going to give Ron some money. This grunge bundle. Oh, I'm so excited about these. So I'm like paying, like the big one was the sci-fi shape bundle. That was $7. It's $4.75, $5 for all these sci-fi shapes that I can make any color, resize, put them on a transparency, and put them into a scene. Sci-fi 2. These are all the different cool, really cool stuff. That handprint is nice too. It's just, and you own them. You can put them in any piece of artwork and not have somebody come after. Look at the wings. These are very cool. You could put them on the side of an airplane or something. Just decorate stuff up in your scene and make it unique. Yeah. You can make your own like screen, like use a screen like this or a screen like that, and then add all these little kind of things into the screen with different colors, and flatten it out down to an image, and then bring your transparency and your image onto a plane in Photoshop, and there you go. Make it into an emissive. You got some target kind of things. So, I mean, how often do I make sci-fi stuff? I do kind of make a good amount of sci-fi pictures. Probably about 10% of my images are sci-fi. This honeycomb thing is kind of nice. And you can imprint that on a texture, and all of a sudden, instead of just like a dull texture, you have something with a cool pattern on it. You just bring it into Photoshop, use that brush, imprint that surface with that thing, and then bring it back into and there you go. You've got this logo or image on something. This looks like this is fairly new because it's like got a QR code. Those are fairly modern. It's not like an old product. So yeah, if I keep looking, I'm gonna find more that I want. So we're gonna leave it here. I'm gonna look again though, just to make sure. The drool and the tears, those are kind of nice too. You can give somebody tears. The circle designs are kind of cool because there again, any of these designs, you look at this work. This is probably some of his finest work. You can put this on anything. You can have it in the scene behind your figure. And what's really, and look at the runes, Viking runes. I have like zero artistic ability in this area. And look at how really nice, look at the stitches here. And then they've got blood drips, which I don't think that comes with this particular scene, but look what you can do with this. This is amazing too. Really, really nice. You needed to put a little bit of sub D on this hair. It looks needs a little bit more smoothing. But other than that, look at this, like a little halo. Wow. This just amazing, 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 amazing. This product is new. It's $5 right now. It's 16. Now if I added it'd be like 3 something maybe. 353. I gotta have this too. 'Cause it's just beautiful work. Look at this. Look at these things. Just beautiful work. This is nice. This is nice. Yeah. And the thing is, once you imprint this onto Photoshop, you can zoom in and then like fill like something with a different color. You can use it as a template to like change the colors and do stuff with it. So you can select just that little center part and then do work with that. Do stuff with it. Change the clock arms to something metallic or something. You can break these pieces apart into elements. It takes a little bit of work to do that, but this I like. I like this, but I don't know what the hell that is, like a dead bat or something. Don't know what that is. I can't figure it out with my eyes, but it's something weird. It's got a wing there. It's a demon. This is beautiful here too. Yeah, I don't have enough a long enough lifetime to use all these things. Yeah, I mean for $3 and something, those are really good. Metalworks, Sparks and Embers. I don't want to look at that one because I know I'm going to want that too. Lightning effects. I think I own this, but I'm not sure. It's the thing is, it's in my wish list. Lightning is really important. Look at all the different kinds of lightning. And these would probably be the best lightning you can get. And look, they have like, this is really nice lightning. You put this on a transparency and you're going to have something. Look at this. This is what you're going to have. Something really, I have to have the lightning too. Look at that. I don't think I have lightning. Let's go here. Let's go to get more brushes, is it? No, that's here. Go back to here. Where are they? Bokeh, frost, light and shadows, light radiance. Mega pack. Splash. Winter. Wings of water is really nice. Angel dust. I thought I added that here. Angel dust is there, yeah. Fall brushes. Blossom vines. Steam and smoke, magical snow. The winter collection is amazing, and the winter collection that gives you every kind of snow. Runny inkers. Splashes are amazing also, because you can lay that over water and make it look like there are ripples in the water. Or you can just take the water surface and bring it into Photoshop and put these splashes right into it, and then load it back onto your surface. Bokeh lights. These magic effects are nice. What are they? Yeah. Okay, let's go to these magic effects. These are amazing now. Okay, so we go here to this. Let's go here. And let's delete that. It's not working. X. Come on. Okay, we got to go here. Well, we have this layer selected. How about that? Delete. Now fill with black. Okay, now we go back here. Go here, and then we go here to our magic effects. Oh, we got to have a different color than that. Let's go green. Well, that is special. Oh, we're not in. Okay, these are our brushes, but they're okay. Magic. This is what we want. Okay, that's really nice. Z. So we make that a little bigger. That's nice. That's like a crystal ball. Okay. Look at that, a vortex. Portal. Another one. See, these are just amazing. Look at that. Another one. That's amazing. Wow. So, wow, look at that. It's not quite what I thought the magic one it was going to be. And I'm not sure that that one is made by our guy there, Ron. So, but that's the magic effects too. I wonder what Sci-fi, Ron's particles, magic snow, magical snow, Ron's rain, rings of water, wings of wings. This one is probably one of my favorite. I think it's one of my favorite ones. Look, yes. Look at these, because you can. You can give a character these wings, where you can turn them like this, and you can turn them like this. Go like that. Go like this. And flip it. Flip it. And then you take this, okay, Z, turn it a little more. You put the your figure in front and put this in behind them, and put the plane in behind them, and then they have these wings. And you don't have to stop there. You can go with another kind of wing like this, red, and let's and then we go like this, and we flip it like that. So there, and you can do more with this. Now, I think I have other wings also. What was this? Ron's wings of wings. And then we go here. There was wings of water, which is kind of what those are. Winter collection crystals, splashes. And they may not all be in here. They're the ones that I own. I may not have loaded them all. Light fusion, rain, import brushes. Here we go. We go here. Sci-fi. Yeah, these are all the water wings, waterfalls. These are the same ones. Smoke, frost, hydro explosions, dust, bokeh, clear water, condensation. Now, I don't remember seeing the condensation. Oh yeah, that was, we saw that one. Ron's collection was the condensation. Condensation, yeah, they're all here. Now the Flourishes one. And frost, hydro explosions, those are really nice too. And particles. 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 Well, they're not working. Z. look at the many, that's a huge package of particles. Look at this. Some of them are a little redundant, but look at that. So, yeah, and you bring this in, now you set your figure in here, and he's going to have these wings, and he's going to have that that magic spool coming up from the bottom. So, yeah, this is amazing. Amazing stuff, people. So this has been 3 hours, 3-hour long video. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy these things. This one, did I add this to the cart? Add to cart. The lightning is $4. Okay. View cart. How much are we at? 28, 30 bucks for all these. So we're going to give Ron 30 bucks. And that's it, because these are all like really important. But you have to download the, and I've just learned, okay, don't ignore that part, that they also come with these other files that give you textures that you can select them, so it doesn't just put one color over it, that it puts this kind of, what are they called, gradient texture over that to make it look like gold, or make it look like different kinds of complex color things. And you put them in with the texture folder within Photoshop, and then you can load them in as well. So keep that in mind. Also, when you see that there's more than just brushes folders, there might be some texture folders, that texture packs that you can add into the texture folder within Photoshop, and then access and use that on any of your brushes. So yeah, this is big time stuff. This is like, I can't wait to do something with these trees. And look at these. Look at this. Just look at that. This is going to be so amazing, these trees. Especially these. You can just make a silhouette instantly on in the background like this. In front of us, in front of an HDRI. Just put him on a plane and there you go. So this is really nice. I hope there's more than just those. How many are here? It's only $1.17 or something. 80 brushes. So there it is. .abr. They're going to load right up. Look at this. Look at that. Silhouette trees. Yeah. Now, I mean, this I can use. This I will use. There's so many times I've wanted a tree line, and you just, if you can get fluent with, make your image in Photoshop, make it into like an 8K image, make your image, save the color picture, save the cutout picture, save them both, and then load them on your plane and just do it. Just learn that procedure. Then it's just every time you make a scene, you always kind of think, can I put a transparency in here somewhere? Just put some snow in front of everything, or put some bokeh effects. And there's so many times that I've wanted bokeh effects, and I thought, how do I get them in here? And because, and that's what you need. You need layers in your scene of things, that atmosphere, specks, dust, specks of dust, things like that. So, all right, take care. As soon as I'm off here, I'm going to go through and I'm just going to purchase these. And then I'm going to try to install them into my computer. So thank you very much for watching. I don't know that anybody made it through the whole video, but yeah, take care, everybody. I will see you in the next EZ3D channel, EZ3DTV channel stuff. And this is going to do it for me. I hope that this thing of Flourishes and using these transparencies in Adobe, in Daz Studio, are going to be helpful to you. Okay, so all right, I will see you again soon. Please leave a like on my video. If you leave comments and likes, maybe someday I might actually get paid for all this Daz stuff. You know, it's like looking at this and seeing these at 80% off. That's kind of like getting paid, because I can pick up all of this hard, really tough, hard work that Ron has put into this for $30. You know, like probably 2,000 brushes and textures. So which we're gonna go into. Maybe I'll do a video on using some of the textures that come along with these brushes so that you can make some really, really fantastic, like the waterfall. It'd be nice if there were some textures that came with some of those water ones, so they're just not like white or light blue, and they're not like, they do have a little bit of gradient all built into them. So and these trees, you could do something where the leaves may have actually color on them and stuff. So I think that there may be some, like with these trees, there might be some that are just leaf patterns. So you can put the leaves in a different kind of sort of like brown and make then the tree parts black. You know, just have a little bit of difference in your silhouette. So it all depends, because you can see in this image here that we have the trees, but then we have some leaves flying around here too. And I know I have some leaf patterns in some of the other things anyway. So, all right. I hope this was as exciting. It's exciting teaching about this stuff and showing you guys this stuff. It's exciting being able to share this stuff with you guys and gals, and to just show you all of this stuff. That's this stuff about brushes. They are amazing, and really, I would say the place to get your brushes, as you can see, because for $30, you know, I could pay like $30 and get a membership to Brush Easy, and then it says unlimited downloads. But once you're no longer subscribed to them, how long do you get to keep using them? That's the question. And if you come in here and wait until they're on sale, you can get a lifetime worth of brushes for, you know, maybe $100, and a lifetime of someone's artwork, and be able to just use them in anything, anywhere, anytime. So unless you want to 3D print them, or you want to use them in a game, in a video game, other than that, you can use them anywhere else. And I think you might be able to use them in a video game to some degree, as long as they don't interact with them. So I'm not sure exactly, but you'd have to look at the fine print. But you can definitely use them in any image that you are going to use commercially. So, all right, very good. Take care, and We will see you again soon in the next EZ3DTV tutorial. All right, this is Rex Red saying so long for now. And thank you for watching. Thanks for your likes and comments, and click the bell for notifications so that you can be here when I am live, and you can, if you have questions, you can get them answered live, okay? So that's if I know the answer. So, all right, take care. Bye-bye.